Getting started then. Alright, so map 1 was BOE. Let me see, do I have a pick?
You found a picture?
Indeed. Well, I found some pictures. Alright, so I don't know who picked BOE, but we know that, I mean, it was picked. So, with Brax, I mean, I would, no, I would assume it's Boogans picking it, because I think they like BOE, but I could be wrong. They did ban Braxis, but anyway, point is, BOE. I actually, it's interesting that they banned like none of the macro maps, other than like, I mean, Dragon and Infernal are like pseudo macro maps, but like the fact that they left pretty much all 5 of the main like big maps up is, I don't know. I guess it's just not what I expected, because I feel like nowadays a lot of people don't really enjoy them that much. But alright, so let me start so we can get towards it.
Go time.
Alright, so on BOE, the bans from Boogans were Chen, Anduin in the 1-2, and then Brightwing as the 3rd. The bans from Team were Deathwing and Johanna as the 1-2. And then
Deathwing's
Tychus
the Rexar counter pick.
3rd. Right, okay, yeah. I'm not sure if I like it, just because I honestly think winning the lane on this map does not matter at all. I think you just need to be able to clear the wave, and that's pretty much all you need to do. So I'm not sure about that ban, but I mean, it's not worth getting hitched up on, I guess.
I mean, non-champion's got a good Deathwing, so he can probably
That is true.
destroy that lane single-handedly. Interesting
So,
to ban it so high, though.
I think, so I mean, looking at the comps, there's a very, very squishy backline for Team. Like Vala, Rexar, and Ming all can pretty easily get blown up if a noob or Urel get on them and there's like a gray main bullet or anything to follow up. But then obviously with Vala, Li Ming, and Rexar kind of is very good for setting up the combo to reset off of as well. So, I don't know. I think if I had to take a guess, I would say I think Boogans should do better from like maybe 7 to 16-ish. But I'm not sure. Okay, so they're cheesing top.
Yeah, the Enigma Beetles
Yeah.
and the armor from Urel if she's tanking it.
Yeah, and they do push harder, so they're already up tower,
They're gonna take the whole squad, aren't they?
half a tower. Yep. So they force the rotation.
Team!
Team!
Hurry up, team!
I feel bad for Hanzo, though. Have fun getting W stacks against Li Ming. It is Q build Vala. So both teams kind of went like crazy race. And crazy blow up. So I think it's just going to be who can pull the trigger first. And then if they don't pull off their combo right, then they probably lose the fight. Because both teams kind of just have very explosive, yeah, and there's going to be...
Hey, that's exactly what you said happening.
Yeah, they... Alright, so... Oh, both the offlaners rotated. So... Alright, nothing happened. They just got the camp, no deaths. It was very close, though. Spell Armor, I think, definitely saves a noob there. The bonus at 1. I mean, it's just going to be...
a situation here, because he can just run in front of all the Li Ming shots on the race and keep them like that. Oop.
I think I would have liked, just because there isn't that much opportunity to like push for team. I almost would have liked them to just immediately send like Deckard, Vala top and try to get both camps, because I think that would give them... I've actually seen a lot of games where the XP, just from getting like all 3 of your camps where the other team only gets their bruisers, gets you like 7 earlier, gets you the first immortal. But we'll see what happens.
Because it's not only like you getting the camp, that's also the enemy not getting the camp, so that's a noticeable lead here.
Yeah, because normally you see a trade.
I'm very slow on this freezes.
And Vala doesn't have her bonus damage yet, so they won't get that out. So I think they should lose first halftime, which means they probably just lose first immortal off of that slow rotation. Right, Monster Hunter 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... I mean, Hans already has his bonus damage, so... Yeah, I mean, they just get halftime here pretty easily, I think. Oh, the jump on... Oh, okay, Okay, good cleanse. That saved Camp Bellis for sure.
Yep, good bailout there. Oh, we need another bailout. Okay, we got another one.
His tiptoes were barely out of the stun circle.
That's a basically free first half for Boogans.
Yeah, which means they should.
Camp's pushing top though for the team.
True. The full tower is there, so maybe it clears it, but for the moment, I missed a noob. I assume he went in and failed the combo, so he died?
He was barrel charging out.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so that's... I think that's just the lack of early game blow up, really. A noob can't... It's hard for a noob against a comp like this, because if your team can't one-shot someone, you don't really get to play the game at all. So they'll still get the immortal, but it'll only be half, and they'll be down 7s for the push here.
I think they're okay with that, though. I think Vala was just in there trying to make space for the racing to happen, and made a bit too much space.
Yeah.
Maybe got a Ruby coming out from Deckard. Nice.
Yeah. I'm interested... Okay, so I do... I'm interested to see what... I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by like 100 different things at once. Anyway, they got the front wall. They, I mean, it's just...
Went as predicted.
That's a good way to put it. I think for the moment it's still really scary for Boogans to fight over a camp, because now that Ming has Calamity, that being said, they are up a person. They're not going to get the hammer on Diablo, so he should be able to walk out. Now Rexar is doing the top camp. He won't get it done quite in time since he's in W build, but...
Bess is asking how Boogans killed Diablo pre-16. None says find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I think Bullet is like Bullet with Greymane damage should be enough.
You do have chain stuns as well. You've got potentially 4 stuns.
Also worth noting, he's an interesting Q auto build hybrid without the spell armor. So Hanzo's scatter does chunk him.
Hanzo scatter chunks him, and if Diablo does not stun a hero with Q, he has no armor.
Yep.
And no percent heal. So if Diablo does not get the wall stun, and a noob turns on that, that's very killable. More killable.
Yeah.
More killable. I won't say very, because it's still a Diablo. Often has at least 1 Diablo's worth of a health bar.
So right now the map is like identical, basically, for both teams. Both teams have both their front walls down. There's like a wave of XP lead for team, but they're just gonna both race it out. And this time team was faster to it. Plus, I think with Vala finally having Monster Hunter, they're gonna probably outrace if it's just a full-on trade.
Yeah. That being said, Boogans did spend their time getting their Bruiser camp out, so that's been pushing bottom the whole time, whilst Team doesn't actually have theirs spawn in time yet. It only just came up a few seconds ago. And Boogans won the race anyway, so look at that. They won the race and got the camp. They won everything. Except getting to 10 first.
Yeah.
We got Angry Bear again. We had this when we played against Team.
Yes, we did.
So I guess this is just like the pick for Rantor.
Yeah. Everything else is pretty standard. No Dragon Strike is fine, I think. Yeah. I think it could have worked here because of okay, Strafe nice and early. You're gonna miss the arrow. Bullet just kind of used to poke Diablo down, but I think they just take the fort. We're gonna see Yrel go to defend top. And then with the noob, they can actually probably get 2 forts here with Greymane and Rhaegar as well. So, despite both teams having like really, really explosive team fights, so far we've seen next to no team fights.
Yeah, no one wants to pull the trigger. It's spooky.
Yeah.
Because if you screw up, you're dead.
And I think...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, just vanilla APOC combo. Flips not quite there. A noob barely gets out, down to 90 at a second there. And they're going to get souls, which is really huge, because now Diablo is going to not be able to play the game for a little bit. I'm going to see... Deckard got caught too, and I think that's... I mean, just good counter engage. Everyone managed to get out from the initial engage, so Boogans win.
Yeah, Diablo, I think, was a little bit too far forward for the rest of his team. There wasn't a follow-ups done from the Rhaegar, or Rexar, I should say.
Yeah.
And then Carlo managed to get out with a sliver of HP. The Ancestral was just on time. And it was the chain stuns that came through to finish off the Diablo in the end.
Yeah. Just says Tom hammering the combo saved it, yeah.
That helped.
So they're gonna get both siege here. Kala able to get out. So this is gonna be a hard phase for team. Because if they just wait, they're going to lose the race to 13, and they should... Okay, so they did manage to clear top, so top at least won't be pushing in on them, but bottom will be with a siege camp, so that could be a keep wall. So that's just going to be Vala going to clear it early, which should give maybe a quarter of the race to Boogans. Good scouting with Misha. We should have 13s any moment here. So Vala's only at 13 Q stacks so far.
Yeah, 1 stack per level, that's fine.
Yeah. The 13s actually did end up coming in at basically the same time, since bot was pushed in so Boogans couldn't soak it. Pretty much everything what you would expect. It is big pots for Deckard, so that's going to help with the burst combo. If you're able to get one of those near whoever Boogans are going on, then... Ooh, speaking of burst combos... Just raw QE combo almost got a noob there.
A little bit surprised with that Ancestral, honestly, but we'll see how the rest of this fight goes.
Good arrow onto the Vala. The stay a while should be enough to... Alright. Looks like... So Tom got the Vala, but now noob's 1 HP.
Tom is just living back there.
Yeah, he's having a good time. I think without Vala, they're gonna have a really hard time dealing with Yrel, because they're basically gonna need to get like a Rexar stun into a full Ming combo. That being said, the body blocks... Ooh. Almost got a noob. Oh! And non-champ snipes in between the bushes.
360 no scope.
Yeah. Now they're gonna get
Time
Deckard as well.
Enough, man. God. Okay, bloodbath.
Alright. So that should be 2/3 immortal. And the Bruiser's bot did get the keep wall. And now they're just... Actually, they're just taking the top fort vanilla while people are still dead. While... Yeah, I mean, I like it, because Greymane's able to race. If they see their immortal getting low, then they're able to go and defend. This way they've got... I mean, they pretty much had guaranteed the immortal, so they're just... It's... They're 39ing it, basically.
Yeah. So I'm wondering how team should adjust their team fights here, because I'm feeling like there should be an adjustment necessary. Because all of the heroic fights have kind of gone the same way, where... Oh,
yeah.
That's the mini-map arrow right there.
It does feel like Diablo's been kind of struggling to find a combo, and I almost like him to maybe just play more defensive.
Yeah.
Because when they've been going on a noob rack on the defense, they've been consistently getting close, but they just aren't able to get that first kill because they whiff the first Diablo engage. So I think if he just holds to turn on the noob, they have a decent chance. Because I think that with Q-Build Vala, they should be able to outpoke, because Greymane can't really poke.
Exactly, yeah. And Li Ming. We have Li Ming to poke as well, so I think they should be leaning on the poke, maybe not engaging with Diablo, because Diablo engages, and then Anubarak leaves, and then there's a re-engage from the Hanzo and the Anubarak and the Urel. So I feel like they just have to poke heroes down here, but yeah, this is an inevitable keep with the level 16.
Yeah. And I think with the Angry Misha, you can definitely just fish for stuns that way as well. Like, Misha charge should be enough to basically get a full main combo on whoever they want.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be Diablo risking his life and limb.
Yeah, we can have the Misha go fishing for potential stun targets, and then Diablo can be there peeling for Urel, who's been just doing her best goat impression and jumping on everything.
So the hard thing right now is they need to find 16 and then find something to fight over before the next objective. Because I think Boogans have enough time to get 20 at least by the halfway point of the next objective. What are they doing?
They're being sneaky.
Oh, they're looking for a Rexar, and they found one.
Up. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, okay, just gonna use the cocoon.
So you can still control the Misha while we're in there. So that's something. Okay. Maybe Boogans jumping the gun a little bit there.
Yeah.
We pushed Cocoon and left.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, that is the hard thing about pressing Cocoon when someone's alone, is it can either buy you time for your team to get there and to get your CC up again, but it also buys time for the other team, and in that case, it just got to the point where now that the entire team was there to support Rexar, the backline were not able to follow up on it, so they'll be down that for the objective, and I was completely wrong about the timing. Forget that the timer counts down from when it goes into lane, I think, rather than when it dies. But it's just, again, both teams immediately full racing, but Boogans started earlier, so they're gonna get halftime first, I presume. Yeah.
Would Hanzo get better race with the piercing arrows at 16? I guess they're worried about killing Diablo with the...
Yeah, I think that is... It would be... It can be slightly better. I know that on BOE there aren't a lot of good angles to get value from scatter on the... or from pierce on the immortal. A lot of the time your arrows can't really bounce if you want to get a full scatter on it. But I mean, it's still good because that way the other team can't block it. Going for the combo on non-champ, it's going to get interrupted, but then the Rexar, Misha gets the noob, so it's going to be 1 for 1, 1 for 2. Camp just tearing apart the backline. And the body blocks on Diablo. Oh no.
Like, Anubarak got absolutely shredded there, but it seems like we just put 100% of our damage into the Anubarak, and then we had nothing left over for anyone else.
Yeah, and they were definitely... I think they... It was an awkward positioning for it as well, because they kind of went a little bit too far for the Anubrak, so they weren't able to reset the fight after getting the kill, as they obviously would have preferred to. So I mean, I think this should just be game. They're probably able to get the keep to like half before it even gets here. That being said, it's 4v4, so team can look to fight behind before a noob gets back. It looks like they're just gonna race. It's actually, the race is going pretty well. So maybe they only lose the keep here. We'll see. Cocoon on Diablo, I think that's the right person to go on.
Yeah, the
Yep.
top one right there.
Boom. And that's gonna, ooh,
Wow,
unlucky knock.
Tom!
Red card for Tom.
Oh my god.
But they're just gonna clean up anyway. Camp. Massive damage there.
This looked pretty one-sided, but I think there were some obvious things that team could have adjusted. No, 7 hit points.
Yeah,
could
7
have adjusted
HP.
to change this game around a little bit. Like I feel like obviously Angry Bear seems to be a favorite pick, but I feel like Wars would help with a potential engage here. There's another heroic. Maybe Rain of Vengeance. Then we're adding on stuns, and you could say, the Rhaegar has a cleanse, but you gotta get the cleanse away somehow.
Yeah, and looking at the last two fights, like the last two fights, Greymane just ran at Vala as soon as anyone died, and
Right.
pretty much was able to kill her on his own thanks to the on the prowl. So I would have really liked to see Rain there as well potentially. But I think even if you just look at like the rotations, I think consistently Boogans were racing as soon as the Immortals spawned, and in the last couple Immortals, just that distance difference of like 2 seconds forced team to fight at a time when they didn't really want to, and I mean, I think that was enough really. If you have the better positioning with 2 explosive comps like this, that's probably all you need. But yeah, I agree. I think looks one-sided, but I think BOE often does. So people have to see. Game 2.
Either I think we lean more into the stun chain. We throw in the Rain of Vengeance, the Pocket Pigs, maybe Sapphire or Emerald as well, and just really go on that Diablo engage, or you just completely pull away from it and just go full poke. Like W built Diablo, Lightning Breath, Mirror Ball, things like that.
Right.
Poke them down.
Alright, so game 2 is going to be on towers, as picked by Boogan. And BOE was, in fact, the pick of team. So first pick OP for game 1. So we'll see if it's enough for game 2. So looking at our comps here, we've got so it was again Chen first ban with Johanna second this time, and then Hanzo as the third ban from Boogans.
You left me outside.
Indeed I did. I am a goofy goober. It's alright. And so then we have Dahaka Junk banned from team. I keep having to stop to think about how to say it because I have to emphasize it.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's just wrong if you don't.
Okay.
Oh,
Not that kind of guy.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Scuffed
Look,
host.
I don't claim to be a professional caster. Alright. See, this is why you're here, so that you can keep me on track when my brain just takes a break. Goes on vacation. Right, so it was Chen, Joe, Hanzo bans from the side of Boogans. Which, let me see, Joe, I like as a ban because they picked ETC. That's always a good ban. And because they went Stukov. Then Chen, obvious, that's a target ban. Hanzo, I think always a good ban, if it looks good for the other team. And then, so on the other side, Dahaka, Junkrat ban. Again, pretty much just standard, feels like. And then Varian was the ban when they weren't able to see what the tank was. Which at that point they had picked Stukov, Tychus, so it makes sense to me. Alright, bans are good. I like them. Alright. So, I mean, looking at just the teams, we've kind of, other than the Hogger, we've kind of got like a 20-something comp? I don't know, or like mid-2010s comp for Boogans with ETC, Tychus, Stukov, Kael'thas. And actually it's not too different for... There's double building push, actually. So a noob Sylve is going to be frustrating for Boogans if they can't just immediately deal with their waves, which they do have really good wave clear.
They're baiting the building push, but no one's down here pushing the buildings, so come on. Okay, never mind. We're going to kill Thunder right here. We're killing Thunder right here. Oh, no we're not. No we're not. No. False alarm. Just a prank.
It's alright. They're much like me, they're saving their CC hits for the late game when it matters. So the Leo death
are really old. You're right.
Yeah, the Leo death actually is going to hurt them a lot, I think, because now they're going to be having Vala double soak to start off, which means that they're going to be slow on their camp here.
And about minus 20 stacks too.
Yeah. And with, I mean, ETC, Kael'thas, Stukov is, if they want to invade, I think they can. They should do theirs first, though. Do theirs while... Yep, okay. Both teams are just going to do theirs.
So passive. Go kill people. Fight. For my entertainment. There you go. Carlos got the right... Oh, no.
Yeah, he thought about it.
Fight.
I think if they were a bit faster to the draw, they could have probably pulled out their camp in time to invade, but...
Boogans have insane kill pressure right now, so there's stun, stun, low blow underneath the Anubarak hopefully next time, and then we minigun him down. And that's not even a heroic combo, we can do that like every 10 seconds. So once Brightwing cleanses out, this is a real threat. There's one, next one, oh no. No another one. Oh, no mana.
Oh, Thundercats. Right. Oh, no. Alright. And that's kind of the struggle with, I mean, ETC Stukov, you are pretty flat-footed. As soon as you miss your power slide or don't get the power slide you want, then it's run for your life. And yep, we're gonna see that right there.
Looks like this game's going to be very much who engages on their terms first, and if it doesn't work out, you run away very quickly. Yeah,
which seems to be a trend. I mean, with the Vala, not double supported or anything, just straight up vanilla Vala picks.
Just here.
They aren't worried about the other team because they're going to kill them first, basically. It is going to be Paralyzing Rage, so the slow at 4 for Leo. So he won't be able to pressure the top lane as much. But I mean, it's going to be good into Tychus, it's going to be good into Stukov and ETC.
Big team fight button.
Alright, okay, so that's
the slow up,
that's
like
the
60%.
Yes. So one thing that I think is a weakness for Boogans comp is they don't really have any safe poke. As we're seeing right now, Kalavoth body blocked into Oblivion, but gonna take the trade. Brightwing is very low, and Tom is trying to chase her off. I think she should have Z up. Maybe not. Yep. So, nice. I mean... Z on the... So, I mean, yeah, this is basically just training wheels, right? I mean, I see why they banned the Varian, and they're basically just doing what they would have done with Varian with an ETC now. Land to CC, Tychus and Kael'thas press their buttons, and profit. It will be harder in the late game though, because their poke is not great, and they're very squishy.
Poke in this comp is like Kael'thas level 20. We have a grenade. We could have had Hogger the dynamite spread, but we don't.
Yeah, maybe
we got
Odin.
Face melt range. Yeah. Good poke. Good poke. Good poke coming right up here. There. Look at that poke.
Beautiful poke.
It's poke until Brightwing has a 4-second window, and then it's unpoked.
So it seems like so far Hogger has definitely been winning a little bit in the double soak, so we could be seeing those walls going down, which, I mean, it's always that's the main thing about, if you win the double soak on this map, you set up for a 6-cap later in the game. And I think with Odin, they can definitely look for that if they get kills. That being said, Anub, Sylv on the other team, they can obviously siege really hard whenever they get kills, and even without. So it's just going to be a question of who can win fights at important moments. Right now, this should just be a free one for Boogans since they're 10, and they're going to find a Brightwing.
There you go.
Oh.
That's the only reason we should be picking Kael'thas, really, over like a Jaina or a Gul'dan is
CC.
That,
yeah.
basically. But if you can land that, take it.
So
step 1, pick the best talent, Netherwind. Step 2, land that, and there you go. You've justified your pick.
So here's my question: do you think if they just instantly popped Odin after that kill, that they could have gotten the fort before the channeling? Because they got it down.
I don't know before channeling, but I feel like it's worth it to pressure the fort regardless, because you have like a free window here. Because what, you got 100 seconds on Odin, so I think you'll have Odin for the next objective time.
Right.
But I don't think you can get an extra point off the channel. I don't think 1 extra point means too much right now.
That is true.
But I'd like to pressure the fort down for sure. I think that was an option.
Augur got the top siege, but now we're going to see... Ooh, unlucky. Anti-synergy there. ETC could... Okay. So he's going to get out fine. That's rough. Definitely...
Bit of a blunder.
Yeah,
but
okay. I've been there, done that. You know, you cocoon the wrong person. Happens to anyone who's ever played a Nubarak. But I think because they rotated their Leo and had to lose the top siege and pretty much 2 waves for that. I mean, they had been catching up in XP, but they're basically back down to a level behind here, which means good chance that Boogans are able to get 13 for this objective. In fact, they pretty much are certain to, with Tom catching a top wave, so they should be able to get both of these if they are quick about it. Instant Entomb. Z goes on to the Leo, and actually they're all inning on Thunder, and he's going to go down, and it looks like ETC should as well.
Yeah, good fight by team.
Very good. Actually, that was risky from Boogans. Looking, I think they that could have been rough.
Yeah. So it seems like team is figuring out that the Boogans here are working on a very small window of extremely hyper-effective team fight, and after that window's down, they're just kind of some heroes. Yeah. And once the ETC power slide down, the stun from Kael'thas, the Stukov, once all that's done, and if you've survived as a team, then you just go.
Yeah, and with the Sylv and the Vol and a noob, like, just those kills was enough for them to get the full fort and the front wall before it. So I think that's really gonna be the main meat and potatoes for team, is to just keep, if they can find these kills where Boogans are split, kind of got one person channeling, 2 people trying to use their CC to like stall instead of get kills. There's a good chance they things work out here, and that's gonna be, yep, just cocoon the ETC, all in on the Stukov. Ooh, actually, he gets out with
lives.
50 and the Mosh on 2 into the death zone.
Oh
That
my
was,
god, what
that
a
was
fantastic
nasty.
match. Like, I don't blame Team at all for taking that fight. That was
Oh
like,
yeah,
a
I thought
fantastic
they had
fight.
it. I thought that was free.
Yeah, me too. Like, that seemed great, but exceptional play from the Boogans there to solve that issue.
And that was while Hogger was taking the camp,
Yeah, that was a 4v5.
soaking. So now they've got
Yeah,
Siege pushing in top. They're going to be up 16s here.
So here's a discussion point. What do you think about the Leoric 13? That's always a discussion for like every Leoric, every game. What 13-16 combos do I go? We got auto attacks here.
Auto attacks. So, first of all, there's nothing to slow him. Or slow his autos.
ETC imposing presence. But apart from that.
Potential. Yeah. Is it?
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Which I think is good anyway. Like into Vala and Sylve, two auto attackers there. They're actually going to rotate Tom in pretty much for the first time this game, other than the objective. I mean, oh, okay. Odin's in 2. Are they going to look for it? No.
Tom just forgot what his team looked like. I wanted to come look.
Yeah, I think. I mean, autos is always hard into Tychus. Like, anything where you're standing still and looking at Tychus can be difficult. But if they don't get the kill on Leo immediately with Tychus's trait, they won't have any way to stop him until Tychus's trait comes up again. So, it's iffy. Leo has to kind of weave in and out at the right times so that he's not the one who's getting picked off first, as he has been in quite a few fights so far. Good Entomb onto the ETC, and that's just, boom, dead.
Yeah, Entomb on the ETC, Cocoon on the Stukov, there's no saving ETC there. He needs to stage dive out and smash pit, so...
And they just keep going with Sylve trait, get the Stukov, and that should be 2 objectives for sure.
Yeah, team are all of a sudden in a very nice position. We've got threat on this camp here. We've got potentially all 3 altars if they play this well.
Yeah, and they're looking for Tom. Yep, there it is.
Looking like they're playing it well. That's the yin and yang of good hogger, bad hogger right there. If you spin and live, you're good, and if you spin and die, you're bad.
Oh.
That being said, if you face check into 2 DPS who has CC like that, you can also die.
And there's the Kael'thas factor. So just gonna use the Entomb. There's the Tychus trait on the Leo. Brightwing Z's in. Yeah.
A little bit too overeager.
Oh.
Okay.
That is.
That's after Marsh.
Oh, actually, the follow-up.
Yeah,
Alright. Does Kali get out, though? No, UTC's gonna get.
The auto attack.
And then the auto's onto camp as well. Oh. Okay. So we're just gonna keep trading 1 for 1.
Yeah, we need to stop kung fu movieing this. We're running in one at a time. We gotta regroup.
So worth noting, while team fights have been going better for team lately, all of their forts are low. So if they dramatically lose one more fight, like how they lost, what was it, 4 people in the bot push there?
Oh yeah.
That could be game ending instantly, because that should be a 6 cap if Boogans play it right. Ooh, are they gonna? Ooh, good push.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, he's gone anyway. Thought the push might buy him enough time, but Leo comes in and
it's a lot of Kael'thas damage. It's a lot of Kael'thas damage, but I still think this is that Stukov death was inevitable.
I'm inclined to agree, but for a 3v5, I think that went pretty well for Boogans.
Yeah. Like, non-champions just got the aim here.
Yeah.
You know, oh, everyone's there. Push all my buttons here? Okay.
Augur's gonna get top, for sure here. I think it should just be reclaimed pretty much instantly by team.
Yeah,
But that
it does get Boogans 20 plus though, so that's good.
And in theory, Boogans can now take bottom keep. Kael'thas is going to push in the wave, but they don't see team, so they're being
I'd honestly
careful.
just go throw the Phoenix on this right now. Like, it's 5 seconds. Just go throw a bird at it. Come on. Come on. Here it is. Here it comes. Bird. Bird. Bird.
He's like, he's saving the bird.
But it does nothing. It's terrible.
Yeah. Alright, so, 20s. Here's something that could be controversial. Death Mosh. Thoughts, opinions, interpretive dances.
Well, ETC has died 5 times, so if he keeps this up, that's 5 new marches.
That is true.
Yeah.
I like the boss
died
trade.
all, terrible pick.
So that's actually wait, team is ahead. Yeah, with the 3 they got ahead. All right, so they're up by 3. That being said, with the bottom fort, I think that it should be a better position for Boogans to win the map, as it is. Level 20s are pretty... Ooh, spin is rough. Yeah, that is...
That's a lot of damage.
They're able to get away, which is big, but they used all of their buttons. So Odin will not be up for the next objective, which is a huge cooldown to be down, because I would say that's probably the most powerful 20 for Boogans. Whereas we're going to have Entomb, we're still going to have Farflight Quiver doing its thing. Anoob's going to have his Rewind. So this next fight could be difficult for Boogans. I think, I'd like to see... I always find it's kind of rough trying to just vanilla Shockwave. I find it's normally best when you're following something up or peeling. And I think a good opportunity... Oh, there's the Entomb again. Hogger does not live this time.
Nope.
And...
This could be game here.
Yeah, Leo's gonna live, which means he should have a pretty free fight at this point. There's gonna be... Yeah, and Campbella's Tychus gonna go down. ETC not quite able to peel. Mosh gets interrupted with the rewind. Yeah, I think that should be it, potentially.
That's buddy. Let's go.
Death Mosh.
Low blow.
Trying to low blow.
Nah, this is gonna be game, I reckon.
Yeah.
If team can kill a few buildings here and
let's see if they're definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going for it. Valo's getting the bot fort back. All right, so this should be game. Wow. I was gonna say, I think Entomb, you know, it causes the enemy team to clump around it, and I think that is a really good point to counter engage with a Shockwave, but I guess that point is moot, because if Hogger's in the Entomb, you kill the entire enemy team and win game 2. Alright, that's 1-1. Oh, wait, they channeled too early.
Yeah, they needed to kill an extra building. But
did.
We have sappers here.
My caster math is just as bad as ever.
Well, there is a chance. We are saying
a chance.
There is a chance.
I mean, they have more than 1 HP, so that's, and they have twice 1 HP actually, so that's twice. Oh, blink out. So just.
I mean, yeah, well, I wouldn't take that chance. So that's what Blink's there for.
Mosh is still 30 seconds. Wailing is a few. Everything else is up though.
Well, the game continues.
And auto build definitely been putting in work. Leo's actually done as much hero damage as Sylve, basically. And that's only a little bit less than Vala has. But they've been, I mean, it has been very, very fast fights. It's been, they burst someone down. They haven't been poking as much as the Kael'thas or the Tychus with Odins and nades.
These fights are so fast that I'd even like criticize the Fury of the Sun well, because these fights aren't lasting 1.5 seconds of relevance. Just go ignite and get a free bomb.
Alright, they clear. Oh, there's the cocoon. Pummel's gonna go out. It's a good shockwave, maybe. No, both DPS gone.
Was active. Was too effective.
the party, and that's gonna be it. For real this time.
For real this time.
Game 2 gonna go over.
But we still got a, you know, right click over here.
Yeah.
What a bloodbath. Nice face.
All right. So, we've got a game 3, and it's on Garden.
So it's nice to see that Team did actually adjust their game 2 from game 1 in a way that we suggested, which was game 1 they didn't really follow up on their tank very much because they felt like they couldn't. And in this game, there's like, you know what, we're just going all in.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime frontline does a thing, we're going, and it showed.
And the secondary engage felt a lot more effective as well. I think Rexar in the first game, it felt like he could have done a lot more with his CC, but the Entombs all game were, I mean, really, it was Cocoon
at level 20, yeah.
Yeah, it was Cocoon the ETC and Entomb whoever else, and it worked consistently. All right, so next up,
3.
Garden of Terror.
Picked by Team, I would assume.
I would assume so as well. And that is correct. It was picked by... We've got a nice... So given how things have gone thus far, map pick has lost the first 2. So you would expect that to stay true to this game, maybe. But...
Alright, well played, Boogans.
Yeah, GG's. Well, that's the end of the cast.
Established the pattern. First pick wins.
Yeah, but I think Garden is definitely the most... Oh, okay. They picked... Boogans say they picked BOE, but I got it wrong.
Alright, we're completely wrong then. We have no idea what we're talking about. We work here.
I blame myself for being...
Yeah. I blame Iron for not here.
Yeah. Alright, you know what? Sounds good. So, actually, I take it back. So far, map pick versus first pick doesn't matter at all. So... I mean, I will say, I think Garden definitely... I think Garden and Sky are probably the most... Garden, Sky, and Dragon are like the most polarizing maps in the pool this season. Very much the kind of map where map pick, I think, can just win you the game if the other team doesn't excel at the map. That being said, looking at the drafts, I see a Lucio and a Junkrat on the side of Boogans, which I think looks pretty good.
I'm interested in the presence of a Deathwing and the lack of a Rexar.
That is... I mean...
I wonder if Deathwing was picked and then they were like, you know what, we're not going to pick Rexar. We'll just take a Sonya.
So I do think Deathwing does have a purpose on this map, which helps him a lot. And that is... He's pretty... First of all, I mean, he breathes fire at the Garden Terror, and he can pretty much solo clear a wave as soon as he gets 13. Or, like, solo clear a full Garden wave. But the main thing is level 7 Skyfall just lets you...
Rockets and plants.
Yeah, because normally on this map, the favorable objectives are pretty much impossible to invade until you've taken the other team's forts around it. So being able to stall for like 20 to 30 seconds with 0 danger to yourself, you can get a lot done. That being said, Blaze, Junkrat, Murden, not exactly the comp to like side push and get a lot of value from it, so maybe a little bit of mixed signals, I guess I would say.
Indeed.
No jump for Mura here, actually. He might be... Okay.
He has a right mouse
Dockeray
button.
is going to miss.
He's okay. He saunters.
So Sonya looks like he's trying to double soak, potentially. Bruiser's already started. Siege started for team. Okay, and it's melee build Deathwing.
That's interesting. I would have gone range build here.
I would have as well. I think Vala's gonna be miserable for you anyway, but at least if you're ranged, then you could follow up like the massive AoE stun from Blaze, and I think his ranged abilities are also really strong in the chokes around the objectives. Being able to put that puddle down can really make it just miserable for the other team. Like a noob, especially, like if you E in and then there's a puddle underneath you, you're having a bad game. Oh, wall barely not going to block off Muradin. Non-champ says we underestimate his power. So...
Not sure if it's his Deathwing or his coin flips.
That
Wait,
is...
No, it's Tom's coin flips. No, it's his Deathwing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, hold up. We've got a Sledgehammer Perfect Storm, and he just got his first auto.
First auto attack. I didn't know Carla was into publicly shaming himself.
Yeah,
but we have a counter right here.
That is rough.
I mean, you know, I won't king shame.
Ooh, nice boop from Thunder.
Viper.
I think they...
Viper.
Nice mine chest.
Didn't know you were playing for team.
Yeah, so... I don't know, I feel like the late game... I mean, Junkrat late game is always insane, but so is Vala late game. I just don't know how to feel about any of these comps. If I were to say anything, I would say team feels like they're running the same style of draft they've been running.
Yeah.
Whereas it feels
At
like
least in game
Boogans...
two, right?
Yeah, where it feels like Boogans are definitely playing a different style this game. So it could work out better, but we definitely know for sure that team is like playing something they're comfortable with.
Yeah, team are comfortable. The only question mark I have for team is why Tassadar. But I guess the wall is some CC that affects Deathwing here.
That is true.
So
I'd be interested to
mind it.
I'm interested to see if he's going to go the feedback at 13 as well to have that
that'll help Vala
physical,
shred
yeah,
Deathwing.
to help follow shred. Really anyone shred. I think Deathwing, as soon as he starts losing armor, anyone hurts. And then there is the Deathwing kind of difference, where it just makes the other team lose patience, and then your Anduin gets caught out. I've played many games with Deathwing where I just made every single channeled objective phase take a minute, and it tilts people for sure. It might not do much for Boogans in terms of like getting the map advantage, because
I think it does. Honestly, because you pair the Skyfall with Junkrat delay, and then you have the double soak build Blaze.
that's true. That's true.
So
I think
you've got delay for days, delay for Blaze.
so. You know what? I mean, last game things started going rough when Hogger joined the team and got entombed. I think Tom just needs to note that last game things went great until he joined his team and just never joined his team again.
Yeah, just go combustion for wave clear.
Yeah, I mean that seems
You
like
heard it here
the
first.
optimal gameplay.
What is half? Like as soon as his team showed up, he's like, right, I'm out. He's done. We halved.
Mura?
That'll be fine. He has a right mouse button. There you go.
Just Muradin things, you know? Just jump in 1v3. Easy.
Oh, Tassadar, where are you going? Tassadar's jumping in 1v3.
Oh, he's going on a trip.
Come on, Muradin. You're a Tassadar.
I think he wanted to rotate for top, try and get some push there. Ooh, Riptire gonna get unalived, but assassin, the true assassin, you know, the hero that does damage on the team of Boogans, gets the kill. Topwell's gonna pretty much die here because they did lose quite a few waves, and again, like even with 10s, it is just so hard to. Oh, okay, the Q was barely short. That was a kind of unlucky. Just didn't quite get the Q range for a noob to interrupt, but it is still a very, very early objective. And I think, ooh, especially if they, okay, high five, never mind. No one's ever in danger. That being said, I mean, looks like they get bot fort, but that's it basically from this objective.
God, I can now hear what you're saying. Sorry, I got 4 Lady Nightshade voice lines at the same time.
Oh!
Yeah, including subtitles. It was a thing.
Yeah, I got the subtitles,
but
I didn't get all the voice lines.
I got them.
I'm kind of jealous now. I wish I could. I wish I got to hear that.
Oh, no you don't. I mean, it's kind of the right map, Chess. This is Dragonshire, right?
I mean, let me.
Or is Dragon Garden?
Oh, I'm getting some of them now. She just said that the terrors rise heroes, and to not waste this gift. That's the line.
She's talking about the Merc camps.
Ah, that's it. The terrors. The terrors marching down lane. I'm trying to remember. I know there's an Easter egg on Dragonshire where there's like a little guy on this side of the map who has a name if you hover over him, but I don't think he's on this map.
At the very top of the map, to the right of the castle, you've got the Sun Shrine broken there.
Oh, that we do.
So I don't know if the Moon Shrine's on here, but there's the Sun Shrine. Sorry, I'm just looking around the map now. I'm sure there's some cool
go for it.
Happening.
I mean, it's Garden of Terror. Oh, that being said, they are actually unaliving Sonya as we speak. Sonya is saying, "Team,
where are you?
Why no help?" Yeah. So, okay, I guess Wrath makes sense. I was gonna say, why no leap out? But maybe that's just the Bahamut in me.
Yeah, we'll have Mystical Spear probably, though, for the escape. Maybe.
Maybe.
We could have no escape for the escape.
Alright, so this is going to be the 4th seed in a row. My dogs are very excited about it.
Vegan dogs. Hey, there is
the
feedback.
Yeah, okay. It's full melee Deathwing. Oh, good. Okay, Fear actually it gets a noob.
I think Carla's dead though.
Yeah. That's...
Oh, high five straight into a cocoon.
Yeah. And I don't think he can high five Deathwing, so...
No, you can't.
That is, that's rough.
And it is no escape for the escape for Sonya. There it is.
Nice.
There's your mobility tool. Is just don't.
Junkrat got like 2/3 of top fort while they were doing that. So I mean, it's not awful because I think any structure damage Boogans can get is something they're gonna be happy to get.
I'm worried about the level 20 for Boogans though. I think team has a lot better 20.
Yeah, I think at 20 they just still need to try and play to stall. Is Junkrat is not Ripper Air. I think
no.
I would have liked to see that just so that he can be safe in the late game. Because once a Nubrak gets rewinds, it's very scary to be stalling the objective with Junkrat. But if you get Ripper Air, less scary.
Then you can leave.
And especially, I mean, he picked Endless Nades. I would expect Cannonball at 20. Because I don't think he's going to be able... He's not going to be allowed to rip tire into how much, like, random damage there is on team. Oh! Mura barely gets in the point. Gets the unstop. Gets the point.
And, yeah, 16 advantage.
Alright. Yeah, so full melee build for Deathwing. As I expected from Non-Champ's very humble opinion of his own Deathwing play.
Valor 16 will help with that, because we should be getting Manticore here. Well, we will be having words if this is not a Manticore.
Also got the Thermal Lance. Yeah, Manticore.
And the even Seismic Giant Slammer. Like, we're not even full slam build, but we have the Giant Slammer.
Yeah.
I suppose it is basic attacks. Also have the percent damage here.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I think maybe that's yeah, I'd say that's okay. As we're gonna see, two people just absolutely get bopped. Tom getting the nasty flank jet propulsions as he does. Mid fort,
doing his best
completely OP, kills every tank player in the game.
I fully understand that.
Yeah, happens to the best of us and the worst of us and
me.
Everyone else.
It's me. I'm all of those people.
Okay, so it's Epicenter this game.
Epic Enter.
I think it was Debilitation the past 2 games. I could be wrong about Towers.
Color picked Debilitation in game 1. I don't know what happened game 2. But all I know about game 2 was it was the correct pick, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was they won the game. And I mean, actually, a noob so far has been the correct pick 2 games in a row. Maybe that's where I should have called it.
Yeah, who picks a noob, who wins? There you go.
So right now we're looking at 44 perfect storm stacks. Just to public shame a little bit more.
Valor's doing like 3 times the auto attacks here. Like, come on, pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Wait. You've got 2 hammers. She's got 2 crossbows. Like, the math checks out. You should be equal.
Ooh.
I mean, if you're just throwing hammers on the floor like that, no wonder we're not getting stacks.
That's my kind of murd in play. I just, you know...
Yeah.
I'm in Africa throwing hands, throwing hammers. Ooh, fear onto a noob.
Good stuff.
Ooh, the
Good
light bomb.
Light bomb.
Good high fives.
Anduin is super dead here. Surely Anduin's super dead here. No,
surely.
We're all running away from this if you can. We're killing Tassadar instead.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sonya running down Junkrat.
See, if you had the Mystical Spear, that would have been an out.
Unfortunately, there is no escape.
And there is also no escape.
Yeah, and there is also... Okay. They can get Anduin? No. Okay. So they're gonna take the 1, get their second objective of the game. This... I still don't even know if they get any... I mean, they'll definitely get, I think, keep front walls in pretty much every lane. Here come the Spore Queen's lines. All 4 of them.
I also this time got... Oh, yeah.
You tell.
So this time I got 2 different voice lines and 4 subtitles, and the 2 voice lines were different from the 4 subtitles.
Love to see it.
Alright, next patch they'll fix it.
Okay. That's jet propulsion down. High 5. Yeah,
I mean, force this down with 20s.
Yeah, and with bunker as well. Like it's a pretty easy push. I'm not sure how I feel about mixing fire for... I mean, it is scary to high 5 into that team because you're gonna like you're gonna try and high 5 Tassadar and he's gonna shoot a laser through your body. But we'll
Hey,
see
you get
how
to
it
a
goes.
40-second cooldown there, right? Instead of 20? Or am I making that up? 17?
It does reduce
An
the
amount?
yes,
An
yes,
amount.
30%. Yep, so that should be down to 14 seconds. We're correct. I think I honestly would like to see him like only use it on the enemy front line basically, and only ooh.
I forget that Blaze has a large AoE stun ability. I never see
Indeed.
that in my games.
And that's why we went Cannonball instead of
there's another one.
Riptire upgrade. Yep, there goes another one. Because he has CDR on it too, and it does enormous damage, and let me see, what else does it do? It gives him armor, and sometimes it leaves oil behind him.
Oh. All of these things I never knew. I just thought it was a mobility tool.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of space in there to hide various tricks. So at this point, oh gosh, it is just rough for Team.
I mean, Team has a monster level 20. They've got Twilight Archon, they've got the now Piercing Stormbolt from Anduin,
Yeah,
Ignore Pain, Rewind on a new Fireflight Quiver. Like this 20 is miles better than Boogans. In my
yeah.
opinion.
I think the main struggle for them is going to be that their map state is not good, and even with the better
They're running out of
20s, Boogans are going to be able to stall any objective for a long time safely, and they don't really have time to take 2 seeds that are going to get stalled out for 30, 60 seconds, because they're going to lose a keep or 2, and then they're going to lose their core if they do that.
I'd wager Boogans can even have a full team wipe and be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I think only way they lose, I think, off of one team wipe is if it's like after the other team channels all 3 Guardian Terrors. Like the team gets their 3rd seed and then wipes Boogans, then maybe it's
Yeah,
over
but
right
if it's just
there.
like right now, if all 5 Boogans just drop dead, the game's going to continue when Boogans respawn.
Yeah. And I like what
the map state is
Boogans
great.
are doing right now as well. They're waiting to cap the bruisers until the objective spawns. So they definitely know that they don't have to team fight anymore this game. They can just press their very long range buttons and wait for the game to win itself.
All right, Campbell's. There you go. There's 1, 2. I'm not going to count them all.
3.
3, 4, 5,
we
6, 7, 8. 9 interrupts. 10 interrupts.
Oh, I forgot Blaze too. Yeah, Blaze, another hero who can safely stall from a light year away. Oh, there's his button that does things. Ooh, that being said, the armor on Sonya is going to be enough to save her. The one big guy kills another big guy. Dragon, apparently better auto attacks than an Archon. Although, is an Archon 2 big guys? I don't know StarCraft lore very well.
I mean, in theory, you're supposed to make an Archon out of 2 Templar, so the fact that Tassadar is 1 Templar is a question on its own, but
yeah,
you're supposed to have 2.
The dragon did get lost, unfortunately, and kidnapped by some angry women. Happens to... I mean, you know what? It's non-champ. Of course, he's all of the ladies are after him.
Yep, that's how it goes.
For better or for worse.
Well, that I feel was step 1 of a many-step process for Team here.
I'm interested by non-champ's 20 pick. Instead of going for the ability that makes it so that when you land, all of your stuff is buffed for like 40 seconds, or by 40% or something, as long as you keep doing damage. He went for the extra slow and duration on his ult.
And the duration's nice for this situation.
Yeah, I
throw it up fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think maybe it's just even going for even more stall.
Alright.
Respawned a little bit too late to stall that one, so that is gonna be 2 out of 3 for both sides. And Team has so far they've been managing their map state pretty well. They haven't lost buildings during any of the 2 seeds so far.
Personal preference, Tom. Nonsense.
Alright, personal preference. I like that. I like that upgrade as well. I just normally I don't pick it as much when I'm going melee build, so wanted to see if there was a reason.
I suppose there is synergy with this for melee, because the 40% slow for like a million years is going to be pretty good. Like Cataclysm baseline is 6 seconds, so you get 9 seconds of a 40% slow.
It is
pretty good to stay on top of people.
It's the stun on the root, which also went Pierce for Anduin. So I'm kind of surprised that I understand the Pierce, obviously, because ooh, really nice sphere. That's just a free channel. And now it's basically just team needs to win the fight, and that's going to be Tassadar going down. That being said, Vala's doing level 20 Vala things to the Boogans right now. Non-champ got away, and we are going to have a Garden Terror, 2 Garden Terrors and Siege Giants on the core in just a second. Healer fight? I missed it.
Carl, don't do it! Honorable 1v1. Wait, it's a dishonorable 2v3.
Oh. Perfect storm.
Okay.
You know, if he had autoed a few more times...
Is the game over? I think it is.
I think it is.
That's a lot of solid matches.
Yeah, I'm going to say that the game is over.
Yeah.
Alright, hey, there you go. Game is over. we were, I mean, I think that was pretty much, Boogans were just doing what they needed to, right? Even if they lose the fight there, just stalling for the terrors wins them the game.
Yeah.
So,
played with that comp.
Hey.
Combo. Played with that comp. Did the things.
And a Nubarak, I've been proven wrong twice. It was not Matt Pick and it was not a Nubarak that was winning the games. So I'll have to find some other common thread. Because it sure wasn't, I'm certain it wasn't like good gameplay or anything. That would be absurd.
That would be, yeah. Not on the NA server, at least.
No, not on NA. I mean, do you see these perfect storm stacks? 72 in a level 23 game. I'm gonna have to have a word with Kalavoth after this. Show him how it's done, maybe. I'm certain I can at least get 80.
Wow. Called out.
That being said, I will not prove it.
You're just certain that you could.
I'm just certain that I could.
Yeah. That's all that matters. Well played. Boogans forever.
Yeah, of course.
Also, well played. Team!
Yeah, I mean, so I believe these teams are now 1-1. Because I believe Team won earlier in the season. I think that was a 2-1 as well. So that'll be interesting to see, because I believe, let me pull up the standings. I believe that Boogans are first right now. And Team is 4th. So in theory, bracket is weird in this division, right? Yeah, so it would be 1 versus 4 in an upper bracket, 2 versus 3 in an upper bracket, and then I think 5 and 6 are waiting in the lower bracket, if I'm remembering correctly how it works. So there's a chance that we see these two, if the second half of the season goes exactly the same as the first half of the season, and so we just see roughly these points doubled, then we would see potentially this matchup again in the first round of playoffs. Which, I mean, I think that's what I love about the double round robin. I mean, in the playoffs, I believe it's double elimination, and then you've also you just get to play each other more. So it's gonna be good.
Gonna be good.
Meanwhile, number 6 there, Gilly Shark at Bingo Night. You know, it's okay. We make playoffs from 6th. We make playoffs from 6th. That's enough.
Our goal was top 8.
Hey, I think that's achievable.
Yeah. So far, we're still top 8.
Non-champ agrees. Double round robin has been a ton of fun. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought so. I may have pestered placement a little bit about doing more double round robins, but I'm glad I did.
It's just more games, right?
Yeah, I mean it's more games, and you get to play the teams in your division more often, which I think, honestly, one of the main reasons I like it is I've found in a lot of other divisions where it isn't double round robin, people like avoid scrimming people in their division because they know they're only going to play people in their division once before playoffs, so they just want to never play each other so they can try and like surprise people. But with everyone in the same division and or everyone playing each other twice in the same division, there's not really a reason to not scrim each other because you're gonna have to play each other more than once anyway. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I think that's it.
Yeah, cast done.
All right. Good job, team. Well, I don't know. Maybe someday the stick will return, and I will return, and we'll give some more. I'll give more mediocre commentary. The stick will give more high quality commentary. We'll see what happens.